Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 31, now into the 30s of Let's Play King's Bounty 2. Here we go. Hope you guys are doing well and ready to check out some more King's Bounty with me. Fascinating game. We're in the Mage's Tower, and we're going to get it in today, explore a bit, see what quests we can complete, and more looking for secrets and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Alright, so at the Mage's Tower, we're looking for a fellow named Albert. We're looking for another fellow. Alright, Ilum. Oh, we were going to check out this guy's quest.
Let's see you demonstrate
Rosens.
these much-rooted senses of yours. Well, Rosens, you lost the bet. You may commence taking notes for me. There's a certain formula for replacing lost limbs that requires a staggering amount of research.
Listen, Syl, my magical senses have served me well many times. Give me another chance.
You give me something serious, then you'll win. Something that I can see plain proof of.
Okay. You're going to receive a score of average in alchemy, Silveros.
What?
I just sensed our favorite graybeard in the laboratory. He was marking your grade on the sheet with a ridiculously long quill.
Average for me? That's a lie. And a laughable one at that. Your special sense is good for nothing.
I felt it, Silveros. It is right. You will soon see I am a real mage. And a seer. Damn Ulagi possessed me just now. I sensed nothing at all about our alchemy team. How am I going to get out of this? Silveros and I are friends, sure, but to slave away in the library in his place? I won't get a wink of sleep this year. I see you standing there, listening. Are you interested in magic?
Well, surprise me, Mage.
Listen then, I have an artifact, a magical quill which can reproduce any handwriting. You use the nib to write, and the feather to erase.
Intriguing. Can you show me?
Try it yourself. Take this quill, go to the laboratory and write average next to the name Silveros on Sequester's grade sheet. It is crucial that you picture yourself writing in Sequester's hand. You have my word, it will be exactly the same. Even the mentors won't spot.
You mages are peculiar. Go write it yourself.
Sequester will suspect me right away, but he wouldn't think of you. The quill is hidden in the yard, under the bed.
Alright, take a magic quill from the secret stash. Quill of forgery. Now, fake Silveros's alchemy grade or report Rosens to the alchemy instructor. We're gonna report him because I don't really like the guy anyway. So, the green. Oh, it's in there. Okay, well, so we're still exploring out here a bit. Better. My Rose, I can't just send you a magical messenger pigeon. You can't spend mana without a good reason. By special degree of his rodness, nothing surprises me anymore. I'm going to the mage factory to maintain the barrier. I must depart immediately. The last group of mages returned even earlier than expected. Fully depleted at that. Forgive me, your L. Mage's Tower surroundings.
Today's a very important day for us, my lovely.
But why?
because today I finally screwed up my courage to ask you out on a date. The magic cards divined that you'd accept.
Perhaps your magic cards also divined my name?
It's Enya, right?
Wow.
See? Magic cards never lie. We're definitely going on a date today.
Goose and Logos Tavern. DuPont Estate down this way. Wow, totally new areas to explore. Now that we've gotten in at the Mage's Guild. Mage's Tower, the college, whatever you want to call it. Running around in the woods here. Backpack. Bell Barrette, 90 gold. I want to make my army more interesting. We have to spend on expanding some spells. Let's see what we've got here. Channel. Hero gains 10 magic power, active for 2 battles. Wow. Resolve. Okay, let's look. Freezing Ray upgraded. We'll do 50 to 50 more damage. It's awfully useful. Torpor up to 3 targets. Any of my still Freezing Ray. Frostblade. 3 targets deal additional cold, 30% damage. Might be better than a Freezing Ray. We can't upgrade that anyway. We don't have magic of Earth and Ice 3. Stone Skin up to 3 targets. Torpor. Wow. Magic Source. Oh, we wanted to learn that, right? Because whenever a unit receives damage, the hero gains 3 mana and the effect's duration is reduced by 1. Unit armor plus 25. Let's learn that. Unit initiative plus 2. Summons a bear, need 85 arcane knowledge. To upgrade this, we need arcane knowledge 65. And Magic of Life and Light 2. So we don't have the arcane knowledge for that. Deadeye, we need Magic of Air and Fire 2. This goes up to 2 targets. Summon Chimera. Can't learn it yet. Burning Touch, deal additional 30% fire damage. Venomous Skull, Magic of Death and Darkness 2. Three targets to Fracture. 3 targets to Weakness. 2 targets for unit's member damage minus 50% on an enemy ranged unit. Oh, that's useful. I should start looking into these spells. So let's learn Death and Darkness 2. We have 10 talent points. We'll learn that. Maybe the periodic effect spells. Venomous Skull. Go up here too. It's 150 leadership. Healing effectiveness. XP reward for winning. We have 12 points here, almost into the 3rd tier. Gains 25 arcane knowledge. That's tempting. Or 20% less mana. Oh, all tempting. Alright, let's upgrade Shroud. Weakness, units attack, deal minimum damage up to 3 targets. Fracture the unit's armor. Doubt, initiative minus 2. Resistance plus 25. Celestial Fire. You additional 30% magic damage. Call of the Wild. We need 85 arcane knowledge. Magic Source. 65 arcane knowledge, unfortunately. If we were to, let's see for a minute here. Oh, what is this? We have 2 iron golems. Huh. But if we were to go to our talents and increase this right here, bong bong, down to 5 points. Now our arcane knowledge is 69. That means we can upgrade magic source if we get magic of life and light too. Oops. Let's get magic of life and light too. Bong bong. And upgrade magic source for 117. It hits 3 targets, unit armor plus 25, and magic source. Beautiful. Eliu's light. All of the units deal maximum damage up to 3 targets. Healing just restores more health for 63. Let's see. Guess that's all we want to do for right now. Freezing Ray. Take Magic of Earth and Ice 3. Alright. That's it for now. Good upgrades, I feel. Just making sort of a unique playstyle out of it. I don't know if it's unique. I mean, my personal playstyle, not really anything too special. Alright, let's explore around here. A bridge going to some other town.
Have you looked at the plate map?
Southern Gate.
I haven't. Why would I need one?
Haven't you heard? We're all about to be sent to the quarantine outpost to fight the pestilence.
My dream job, provided I don't cack it myself out there.
Mom Petrie, Mage Factory, Castle Ardennes. Goose and Logos Tavern, Mage's Tower. Alright. Let's keep exploring. Don't know if we've been over this way yet. Quests.
I implore you. No,
Were you the one
I
who riled
demand
up the
of you.
elementals?
Capture that darned spirit. Castle Ardennes is my ancestral home. It's not in the best condition right now, but I can't allow a rogue elemental to tear it down.
My dearest Lady Gisela, please be patient. I already sent several disciples to resolve this issue.
If I started selling my patience at 5 coppers a cup, I'd be richer than the king.
Gisela?
Wait, I know you. I recognize you from the Universal Assembly. Anyone would remember your face.
Whom do I have the honor of addressing?
I am Baroness Gisela Wilmore Durden. What luck running into you.
Why's that?
I wanted to visit my ancestral home, Castle Ardennes, relive childhood memories, maybe even repair the structure. But an enraged rogue spirit has taken root there. And while these mages are refusing to help me, the creature is wrecking my family's castle.
My lady, your words wound me. My disciples are doing their utmost to help you, even as we speak.
But Archmage Cathorn claims you'd need an army to capture this, as he calls it, air elemental. According to the Archmage, the elemental escaped from the Mage Factory. Since he also claims the Mage Factory is suffering the plague, I and everyone else in Nostria would appreciate it if you assisted these students of the much-esteemed sequester in capturing that darned spirit.
From the Mage Factory. I need to catch that spirit.
We've no one to spare. All the mages are committed at the quarantine outpost. All our mana is being spent there. Why can't that woman understand we're struggling as it is?
Okay, I'm going to show him the quill.
How may I be of assistance?
What if one of the students tried to falsify someone else's grade in alchemy?
Could you be more specific, please?
A disciple named Rosens gave me this quill to make an alteration in your grade sheet.
Outrageous. These are future alchemists. The purity of their minds has a direct influence on the mixtures. I cannot let this pass without consequences. Give me the quill.
50 mana, Rosin's feather. So now what?
We've no one to spare. All the mages are committed. Why?
Okay. Scroll to read. Dearest Rector Sequester, you have challenged my hypothesis stating that beasts are endowed with conscience and imagination, just as are humans, yet you wisely support my desire to conduct a study on zoology and zoomagery. Hence, I'm embarking on a journey to Rigurn. For years, Rigurn has had been sightings of magical creatures from legend, the majestic dragon, a whole town inhabited by trolls under the rule of their righteous king, and what's more, a colony of these formidable bird lions, the griffins. Be assured, Rector, I shall find and describe this spark of intelligence, however minuscule it may be. I will travel to the very edge of the world, to Armenia, Antis, Jangalan, or the bottom of the great ocean. I will do this no matter the cost. Yours faithfully, Disciple Glendower. Cool stuff over here. Nothing for me to pick up.
I implore you. No, I demand of you. Capture that darn...
Let me put it this way. When conjuring elementals within the walls of the Mage's Tower, my enlightened colleagues and I call them by their true names. Once named, elementals must always speak truthfully and carry out various errands and assignments. If instead of being an indivisible whole with their own name, these spirits were composed of some kind of sweating chains of looping atoms, then what would we call them? Then what name would we call them? Therefore, I say to you, there are no atoms, but only the elements and their proper names. Study them tirelessly, and you will gain immense power. Mage Cathorn, Treatise on the Nature of Things, Part 3. Huh. There are no atoms. Alright. Anything up here? Oh. Notices. Do not touch the alembic, it may result in an unpredictable magical reaction. Dilution of magical elixirs in personal containers is strictly prohibited. The punishment is transformation into an Illyrian chick for 10 days. Not sure why they don't call it a 10-day. I think at one point they wanted to, because there was an awkward dialogue that talked about 10 days, and it sounded like it would have been perfect with saying a 10-day. I don't know, but here we are. Wow.
Where should we look for these paladins?
We'll take some free mana.
Do not utter that name.
But what if someone else is searching for him too? Perhaps they could aid us.
Sweetest of sweetnesses. My fondest hope is that we are the only ones who need him so. Otherwise, we're headed for trouble.
Oh, there's Albert. Albert, my boy.
So what do you need?
I'm seeking a mage named Palatinus. You two paid him a visit the night before the disaster, did you not?
Oh no. Ursula.
Calm your britches, Albert. I will tell them everything. Palatinus is a famous alchemist, a genius, in fact. We ordered a rejuvenating potion from him for Albert's mother, and paid a good price for it. But when we came to collect the potion, Palatinus had fled, leaving us empty-handed. That was about the same time the panic started. The hubbub, the shouting. We only escaped by the seams of our stockings.
Are you looking for him? Why are you so certain he's still here?
He was seen in the vicinity of the tower several times. It is rumored he's completely lost his mind, overwhelmed by illusions and arcane fixations. I must admit, we've given up any hope of getting our money back. Palatinus is both insane and dangerous. It would be better if someone else found the wizard and took care of him without our help. Someone who would be a match for him.
Beautiful clothing.
It means we are going home, my little turtle cake, right now.
But why? It seems we're about to find Palatinus. What about our money?
Well, your mother is most eager to see us. Trust me. Has my advice ever turned you astray?
Wow, this place is
Guess what
huge.
I saw in the refectory after supper yesterday.
Roast beef?
A polar bear. A live one.
Oh, stop with your leg pulling.
It really was a polar bear, honest. It was the size of a cat, though, and then it slowly vanished into thin air.
You mean to say that one of us conjured this mini bear?
Yes, and violated 3 very strict rules in the process.
If the Joker's caught, expulsion is a real possibility.
Or extra credit for the basic materialization course.
It's the size of a cat that vanished into thin air. That is quite hilarious.
Guess what I saw in the refectory after supper yesterday?
Roast beef?
A polar bear.
Roast
A live
beef?
one.
Oh, stop with your leg pulling.
It really was a polar bear, honest. It was the size of a cat, though, and then it slowly vanished into thin air.
You mean to say that one of us conjured this mini bear?
Yes, and violated 3 very strict rules in the process.
If the Joker's caught, expulsion is a real possibility.
Or extra credit for the basic materialization
Oh.
course.
Chest. Avialius's ointment and 61 gold. I hear the birds chirping.
Guess what I saw in the refectory after supper yesterday?
Roast beef?
Roast beef?
A polar bear. A live one.
Oh, stop with your leg pulling.
It really was a polar bear.
What does that
honest.
mean, dear
It
heart?
was the size-
It means we are going home, my little turtle cake, right now.
Well, we can get more mana. Wow. This game is immense.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. A good many eminent guests will be here, and they won't be easy to impress.
Impressing people is my business. Take, for example, pearl gudgeon caviar served on roast lotus petals. Ever tried it?
No, I've never had the chance.
Precisely. How about white frog's legs in pink wine, garnished with finely chopped dandelion roots?
Not that either. Look, I just realized
Yes?
we should probably postpone the impressing until later. Let's serve something simple instead.
Simple is my other passion. Cabbage pies, pork with a white sauce, roasted partridge, turnips with raisins.
Yes, that's it. More desserts, too, and make them sweet.
Cabbage pies. really beautiful areas here. Oh, Phlegyas' Chronicles on King Maximus' Wars, Legatus Labian's Deeds during the War with the Elves, Part 6. Final part, possibly. Their taunts soon turned to screams of horror as the three rearmost knights threw back their cloaks to reveal themselves as battle mages. The spells of Maximus' deadliest mages quickly breached the walls, and Labian strode into the shrine, smiting the fine-boned elves on every side. The 400 knights rushed after him, and once the gate had been opened from the inside, several hundred crossbowmen joined them, and so the Temple of Croak was taken, or rather, its ashes were taken, as by that time the shrine had been razed to the ground down. More than 1,000 great Nostrian warriors were killed in the battle. The elves' counted losses almost as high, as Labian's assault drove them back into a total rout. Nope, not the last book. Actarius. That's the series with 7 books in it. Not 6.
Some sneak thief had himself a good hunt today. 3 silver cups walked away.
Actarius?
I'm looking for a man named Xandor. Do you know him?
Of course I know Xander.
Whoa.
He's the most irresponsible royal mage to ever live. Hard to forget a man like that. The scoundrel took 3 of my books to check for references, and I've neither seen nor heard from him since. It's been more than a week. He's scampering all over the country with my priceless tomes in tow. I keep tracking his movements, but he always manages to slip away.
Can you tell me where Xandor is right now?
Not Xander precisely, but the books. Have you not heard of library markings? Never mind. You'll see everything in a moment. Ecce liberos. Can you feel them now?
Oh, they're far away, though.
I hate scribbling. My hands are the color of ink right to the elbow.
It's riveting.
He had himself a good hunt today. 3 silver cups walked away from 3 different disciples' rooms.
Perhaps the culprit came in through the window instead of picking the lock, and made off with his ill-gotten loot that way.
That's just the point. It's impossible. The windows were latched from inside.
The thief must have used magic then. I can't help you with that.
Yeah, and who can? Those cups cost a fortune.
The tower spirits can. They only obey magisters. You'll want an appointment with Meister.
My precious A, we the Adepts of Unity, led by the Herald, are preparing to unleash the power that slumbers in the Mage Factory. Yes, the ritual of Unity will take place very soon. All those who take part in the ritual will be granted that legendary boon, immortality. I'll send my servants to fetch you to meet me under the aqueduct at midnight. I can't wait to see you. Yours, T. A? Feel free to restart your guys' conversation. I wanted to catch that. No, it's just about the 3 cups. Over here. Now he's chopping up stuff. Oh. Well, he's got some pretty priceless stuff there, it looks like, sir. And I can't touch any of it. Here we have Hermia.
Thievery? Nonsense. It was a magic experiment. Any mage worth his wand could see that.
Do you know something about the stolen silver cups?
You could say that, but the reality is much more complicated. I don't think an outsider like you can appreciate the essence of my research. I'll try and explain the basics. Surely you're familiar with Cathon's treatise on the nature of things? I'd be surprised if you weren't. My experiment was intended to discover whether one's logoi can affect the concept of a silver cup. And it succeeded.
Logoi and the concept of whatever. You had better return those cups. You'll undoubtedly be arrested if you don't.
I admit I do feel a little bit guilty for depriving someone of their valuable possessions. Awkward indeed. It shouldn't be difficult to reverse the spell and have the cups rematerialize from the concept. All I need is the right ingredients. Do you happen to have some mana-infused water, a silver bracelet, and a crystal orb on you? I could go gather them myself, but I'm a little wary of venturing out right now.
Hardly. I'm sure there's plenty of those sorts of things in the Mage's Tower, though.
Purchase a silver bracelet for order. Exceeding expectations. We have a lot of quests to read through. Thievery flourishing in the Mage's Tower. What scandal? Although Hermia the Disciple has an explanation for the disappearance of the silver cups. She claims she was conducting an experiment that proved a bit too successful. It turns out that one may disincarnate a material object into the immaterial concept of itself. According to Hermia, she might be able to reverse the results if I bring her all the necessary ingredients, some mana-infused water, a silver bracelet, and a magic orb. The shenanigans these learned mages get up to. Purchase a silver bracelet. We've also got new stuff. Mysterious treasures. Actarius's books. A mage named Xandor took 3 priceless volumes from the library in Cathorn's tower and never returned them. Actarius, the librarian, was able to locate all 3 books using a spell that magical signs on the covers respond to. He would certainly appreciate it if I returned the volumes unscathed. We talked to the librarian at the Mage's Tower. Actarius, a librarian from the Mage's Tower, recognized the name Xandor. Xandor is a royal mage who has been borrowing books from the library for many years, while striving to attain his 3rd degree in fire magic. A few months ago, Xandor borrowed some valuable tomes and never returned them. Actarius was able to locate the books through the magical markings on their covers, but he hasn't been able to catch Xandor off guard and reclaim the precious volumes. Using Actarius' spell, I can find the volumes scattered all over Nostria and use them to track Xandor. In Xandor again, we found a scorched scroll atop an odd-looking altar. It is written with ancient magic signs and a summoning spell crafted by someone named Xandor. Judging by the signature, it comes from the Mage's Tower library. The scroll could either have been stolen or commissioned, so it can hardly be considered evidence. Still, it might pay to follow up on this clue. One more book to find all the pieces about Labian. Haven't found 2 more of these, though. Probably should have by now. Trappers. The Sacred Oak is ill. Find Corances in the Mage's Tower. Aglaya the Village Elder. Okay. I discovered a young woman. Okay. I discovered a young woman bound by a spell just outside the Mage's Tower. The enchantment prevents her from moving or speaking. I should search the area for clues to her predicament. Yvonne had a date with Corances, a mage. According to the note, he's in love with her. Did he cast a spell to prevent her leaving him? I'm sure I can find him in the tower, then he can answer all my questions. At the Mage's Tower, I spotted a notice about a treasure map for sale, but why sell it rather than collect the treasure yourself? Defeat the ancient necromancer, right? He was tough. The skull story of a warrior killed by an arrow from the walls of Marcella sounds like an eyewitness account, but the last siege of Marcella took place during the reign of King Maximus. The skull says this is the place where Baldwin's squire was killed. I seem to recall the name from some books on ancient history. He was the knight who organized the defense of Marcella in the times of King Maximus, when the city was attacked by Morcolt of Rigurn. My guide's true identity is Nezavre, an ancient necromancer who raised armies of undead for the Dukes of Rigurn, who attacked Marcella in the time of King Maximus. Weary of his long afterlife, the necromancer raised a new troop of undead and targeted me. And let's see. Aglaya the Rickville herder needs ghost lilies to make medicinal preparations for diseases spread by the undead. The lilies can be collected in the Pelian marshes under the walls of Marcella. It's not a difficult task, and Aglaya is bound to reward me somehow. A healer who used to work in Marcella must have a stash of valuable supplies. I gathered Aglaya's lilies and discovered why she was reluctant to take on this task. The dead in the marshes are not at rest. I defeated them and collected the specified number of lilies. It's time to exchange them for the aid Aglaya promised. I hope the undead disturbed by my flower-picking foray will let me pass unmolested, but the groaning army blocking my path suggests otherwise. Aglaya has the lilies for her potions and gave me my promised reward. It was very pleasant doing business with her. These other ones are ancient. Alright, we saw that. Code red, okay. Aureli, the young mage who narrowly avoided the claws of the malfunctioning iron golem, told me that golem wasn't the only one to break down. She also believes the incident wasn't mere happenstance. Someone tried to copy the control logo as she was inputting into the iron golems guarding the mage's tower. She only noticed the hacker's presence when he tried unsuccessfully to seize control of the creatures. Aureli showed me some red lines of code in the log, claiming these were proof of the hacking attempt. I may not understand the technical details, but finding the responsible party in a small area sealed off with magic shields is something I can do. I could also simply attack the iron golems and leave Aureli to handle the miscreant herself. The perpetrator has been tracked down, but he turned out to be a feisty mage and managed to escape through a portal. Aureli says that he fled to spirits that control golems. Now those spirits are enraged by his interference and attempted invasion. The culprit's in trouble. However, now Aureli is asking for help rescuing the scoundrel from the spirit realm, perhaps in order to prosecute him at the tower. The spirit realm, an imprint of our reality, roiled like a disturbed hive. The control spirits were rushing about and had to be suppressed in the most primitive way. The culprit, named Rowan, surrendered as he was completely exhausted. Now you can return to the solid ground of reality and hand him over to the disciple Aureli. Looks like the former bandit has found his place in life. He's enthusiastic about learning the ins and outs of magic, and even has plans to become Meister's disciple. I don't know if Rowan will become a proper mage one day, but I'm sure he'll go far with a tutor as diligent as Aureli. Oh, the Rosins and Silveros. Just outside the mage's tower, I came across the disciple Rosins and Silveros arguing about Rosin's fortune-telling skills. The young mage predicted his friend would get a poor grade and now wants to make this prophecy come true. To that end, I need to fake a grade in the alchemy gradebook, or I could do the right thing instead. The mages could use a lesson in morality. Now that Rosin's shady business has been revealed, Sequester, the alchemy professor, is enraged. Alright. Very good. Let's see, we've been playing for 38 minutes, man. It all happened so fast. We're up to 1970 in leadership, which is like blowing away these units. Soon we're going to have to get stronger units, probably. Except for the crossbowmen. We don't have a full unit of them yet. Dogs are at their max of 8. Oh, Rosin's Feather. Resistance +2, health +3%. The protective enchantment on this magical feather makes for a very useful amulet. Where'd it go? Oh, there. Yeah, I'm not going to replace my +1 morale to order. I thought it might go down here. Still need new gloves. We have a bucket load to sell of stuff. Gold flask. We're going to have a lot of money here. 4 eternal lanterns. 3 alchemical clocks. A gold box. Even sell some of this gear. Wow. Alright, so let's continue. We've explored down here.
Have you seen Master Erasmus?
I have not. That's the librarian.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. A good many eminent guests will be here.
As for the nature of the elements and elementals, if Euclides waxes evasive and uses analogy for his crutch. Apparently they consist of the same atom chains, connected not by loops and hooks, but with a special glue which comes from the sweat of atoms. Could this fiction possibly be more ludicrous? As well say that white cows produce white milk and black cows black milk. Yes, you may feel like laughing out loud. Indeed, why don't we laugh at the ignorant Euclides a while longer? Haha. Mage K-Thorn, Treatise on the Nature of Things, Part 2. That is hilarious. Different statues of peeps. The box there. This beautiful pool fountain. 1 second, guys. Bear with me, please. Alright, we can't go in though, right? There's a box there we already got. No. Force cube, 45 gold. Can't go in. Well, it's down this way. I mean, this is a whole city like Marcella. Oh. Marash. Wow. Resurrection 1. Heals wounded members and resurrects fallen ones. 170 arcane knowledge needed. Unbreakable unit is immune to debuffs. Magic Source 1. Call of the Wild. A bear. Vivify. Magic Shackles. Unit can use active skills that can be researched. Only works on a unit with leadership not higher than 1500 though. Breath of Maktis. Deals 160 to 220 damage and inflicts cold vulnerability. Plus 50. Summons Stone Elemental. Doom 1. All attacks against the unit become critical hits. Removes the alertness effect when applied. Can be researched for 216 mana. We have 656 mana. How did that happen? Confusion. Unit receives 30 to 70 damage every time it moves, attacks, or spends action points for 2 turns. Diseased. Unit vulnerable to all damage plus 30. Members damage minus 30%. Curse. Unit morale minus 3. Oh, these are good. Summon Wind Spirit. Chain Lightning. Deals 200 to 270 damage to selected enemy unit, then deals damage to the next closest unit. Each strike after the first reduces damage by 25%. Total targets 3. We can research that. Let me grab that. And that's air and such, and that's fracture, weakness, inspire, deadeye, inner flame, torpor, celestial fire. Let me also grab a Doom 1 for 5400. We can research that apparently. Not enough gold. Oh, we don't have that much gold? That can be researched. Cannot use active skills. Regen for 3 turns. Can't be researched. We don't have the arcane knowledge. Cool. I could sell all trash at once, but I'm just going to... Wow, I can pay for it right there. Legendary item. I'm using that metal that gives +1 morale. I could take that off and see if we still have the morale. Sell the Peasant's Vest for 130. Rope Belt 130. 3 Townsman's Vest for 130 apiece. Hunter's Boots for 910. Alchemist Shoes. We'll keep those. Disciple's Hood. Militiaman's Shield, we can sell that, 845. Knight's Sword, and I mean, we can make so much money if we sell all this stuff, but I'm not ready to do that yet. And we could go through all this stuff and sell it in a future episode. So I'm going to save here. I'd say we made some pretty good progress this episode. And want to thank you for joining me, guys. As always, hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, before leaving, please like, comment, subscribe. Always appreciate that. And yeah, stay tuned. We are exploring slowly but surely the Mage's Tower, this city, this Mage's College. It's enormous. There's another quest over there. And much more to see and do. So I hope you join me next time. Do come back now, you hear? Until then, be well, live well, stay well, much love, peace, and joy. Catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.